welcome to Sew Pretty Kitty. This is my vlog where I talk about all the things I love about sewing, and today I have a special make to show you. I don't know if you remember from my previous video, I bought this lovely viscose fabric from Fabricland, and they still have some left on their website if you're interested. It's called something Aloha and it's about $5.99 a metre, and I have to say it's not the most fun to sew with. It's quite fragile fabric. It frays, it slips, it slides. This was definitely a labour of love, but I'm so pleased with this jumpsuit that I'm wearing. So this is the Tilly and the Buttons Marigold Jumpsuit, and for quite some time I ummed and ahed about whether I wanted to buy this pattern because I wasn't sure about the sweetheart neckline. I thought it was a bit 80s and not really my sort of thing, but I wanted to have another go at some trousers. If I knew how to link videos in, I would, but if you go to my channel and have a look at the list of videos I've got, you'll see there's one talking about trouser making, and I struggled with the fit quite a bit, and I wanted a bit of an easier trouser make this time round. And these trousers, I'll show you on the line drawing, nice sort of straightforward tapered leg, elasticated waist with little pockets in, and when you make them out of a nice floaty fabric, they're kind of cool for the summer months. So the plan was to make trousers, and then I saw this lovely fabric in Fabricland, and I was about to go to Italy, and I did that classic thing of thinking I don't have enough clothes to wear, I'm going to have to make something before I go. Of course I never had time to, but this was always intended to make a jumpsuit, and I thought, well, since I've got this pattern, I'll give it a go and see what happens. And I am so pleased with the result. I'm really happy. It's so comfortable. I'll just show you. It's the sweetheart neckline, actually I think is actually really quite flattering, and it wouldn't be that big a deal if you wanted to straighten it off. It would be fairly easy to hack the pattern and do that. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with the shape there. The straps are nice and thick. They're interfaced too, so they're a little bit more rigid than the rest of the jumpsuit, and so you feel nice and secure. And unlike some jumpsuits, they don't tend to slip off my shoulders or reveal my bra straps. Excuse me if I cough and stop. And yeah, I've got a terrible cold at the moment, a nasty summer cold. It's making me feel all hot and bothered, so do excuse me if I pause for a good sniff. Anyway, so if I stand up, I'll show you that this jumpsuit has got these lovely built-in pockets here and an elasticated waist, which is really comfortable. I love the pockets. I think the crotch maybe is maybe an inch perhaps too long, but it doesn't matter too much in a jumpsuit, I don't think. It's really light and flowy. I do have a full-length photograph which I will insert here somewhere so that you can see in all its glory, but I'm really pleased. I didn't make any alterations at all. It came straight out of the packet, the right size. I think I made a size 3. I previously made size 4 in the Clio, so I sort of ummed and ahed about which size to make, and I figured since this was an elasticated jumpsuit, I might be alright going just a slight smaller size. I didn't want anything too billowy and baggy. So yeah, size 3. No alterations at all. Like I said, the only thing I found really tricky was the fabric choice. As beautiful as it is, I never want to work with this stuff again. It was really tricky. The seams just kept moving. I was using my mum's new Elna sewing machine, which is, I've taken it hostage at the moment. She may never see it again because it embroiders as well, which I'll show you in a minute. But yeah. Oh, back again. Had a bit of a coughing fit, sorry about that. I'm struggling. I think I've got a temperature as well. It doesn't help. This heat is just suffocating. So do forgive me for that. What was I talking about? Oh, the invisible zip. So it's got an invisible zip in the side seam here, but it only goes to the waist. And as I was making it, I was thinking, how do you get this on? You know, usually, I mean, I've made one jumpsuit before and the zip was in the centre back. Thinking, how am I going to get this on? So the first time I tried it on when I was fitting it, I did this ridiculous thing of trying to climb in through the side zip, which sounds stupid now that I say it, but all you have to do is slip the straps down and then sort of take it down as if you're taking the top off, with the zip undone obviously, and then slip the elastic over your hips and take it off and try it on the same way. So don't do what I did and contort yourself trying to get in through the side seam. It's not going to happen. Anyway, so yeah, that is my Tilly and the Buttons Marigold jumpsuit, and like I say, thumbs up. Another fabulous Tilly pattern. I don't think there's one yet that I haven't really enjoyed making. So next I've got some bits and pieces from the handmade fair. My lovely friend Tash took me as a birthday treat. My birthday, my 40th birthday, went on for about 3 months, it felt like. It was lovely. So that was the last of my birthday treats, and we went to Bowood House, which is a lovely country estate. Kirsty Allsop was cutting the ribbon that day, but we missed her just by a second or two. And it's just lovely. There's loads of artisan sellers, and we had a glass of Prosecco next to the lake. It was really gorgeous. And obviously did some shopping as well as a couple of crafty classes. So I'll show you my fabric from, because I need more fabric. Who doesn't need more fabric? If I buy any more fabric, feel free to shoot me, because I have nowhere to put this stuff, but I can't help it. In fact, I stood there with my friend for a good 25 minutes just stroking the fabric, and the guy was like, "Can I help you?" I was like, "Yeah, in a minute. I'm just taking my time over this." So it was from a stall, let me find it, called Fabric King. He said he has got some stuff online, but mostly does like trade shows and fairs and stuff. And they had a massive selection of beautiful printed jerseys, and you know I'm a sucker for that sort of thing. So I bought myself, I was quite restrained, I only bought a couple of meters because I really didn't need this, but I just couldn't leave it behind. This fabric, which is like a duck egg blue, I don't know what these birds are called. They almost look like peacocks, but they're some sort of oriental style, maybe pheasants, I don't know. They're beautiful anyway, and it's got all these flowers, and it's just such a gorgeous, it's probably about 200 gram weight jersey, so it's a decent quality. It's got a nice amount of stretch to it, and I bought myself a meter of that one because I really have no idea what I'm going to make with it, but it'll probably be some sort of top, maybe. I'm resisting the urge to make 1,000 frankies because that pattern is just, it fits so well. You kind of think, well, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But there's only so many frankies a girl needs in her wardrobe. Frankie is by Tilly and the Buttons also. And then I bought this really cute mustard jersey, which has got hearts in grey and navy blue and cream all over it. It makes the colours go weird. But yeah, I really like a mustard, so I couldn't resist that one. But I stopped there, thought that's enough jersey. I've got jersey coming out of my ears. And we wandered along to another stall, and I saw this cotton, which is just gorgeous, and several other people were buying this too. They had a big roll which was nearly all gone by the end of the day. It's got swans on, really cute. I love this colour blue, just really nice, lightweight. I wonder if it's called something. It's a Rose Hubble fabric, no idea what it's called, but yeah, and I forgot to pick up the details of the stall holder that this one came from, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm planning to make something nice and lightweight for the summer. Probably, I'm thinking maybe a skirt would look nice in this. I only got a meter again though, so it wouldn't be a very full skirt. Maybe a top, a like simple plain top, show off the print. So yeah, that was my fabric haul from the handmade fair. Also wanted to show you that we did an embroidery class, and I haven't finished it yet, but I'm quite used to doing hand embroidery. My friend had never done it before and wanted to have a go, so we were handed out these lovely templates, and then the lady who was teaching all the different stitches that you can do in hand embroidery. So we've got a nice little handout at the end of the lesson. Fortunately we had to give the hoop back, but we got to keep the bird. And that's called Hawthorn Handmade, so I imagine you better find them online. Yeah, and that is, apart from some artisan gin, which, you know, was rhubarb flavoured and far too delicious to leave behind, that's all I bought. I was very restrained. So I can highly recommend going to the Handmade Fair. It's really good fun. It wasn't as busy as previous fairs I've been to in terms of, you know, that's because it's all outdoors. You don't feel quite so like you're pushing to see what's on the stalls. Yeah, so thumbs up to that. And then the next thing I was going to show you were some of the things I've been making. So I mentioned earlier that I have taken hostage of my mum's Elna 860 sewing machine, and I talked about this in a previous video. It's the most awesome sewing machine that does embroidery, and I started this with the intention of trying to sell some bits and pieces maybe online. So I've come up with a couple of designs. This one, which is taken from the lyrics of a song that comes from The Greatest Showman, which is a huge favourite in our house. The kids love it. They love listening to the music in the car. So that one says, "Dream with your eyes wide open and come alive." And then, oh, I might have to blow my nose. Bear with me a second. Sorry about that. I hope I'm not looking too much like Rudolph. So the next one I've made is this one, which I did last night, which is a little bit of a jokey saying. It says, "Skinny people are easier to kidnap, save yourself, eat cake." I really had fun designing that one. And then I plan to make some for the teachers at school, because it's nearly the end of the school year, so teachers usually get a little gift. So the girls and I and my son are going to come up with some ideas excuse me, for things to embroider for the teachers. What else can I talk to you about? My denim jacket. So I talked about that also on a video. I think it was the last one I did, my Italian fabric haul and my embroidered denim jacket. And I think I finished it. I think. It's always hard to know when to stop with embroidery, but I think it's finished. This is an old denim jacket that I had in my wardrobe for years and years, which I'd kind of fallen out of love with and never wore. And then as soon as my mum got this embroidery machine, I thought I would have a go at embroidering the denim, because it's quite fashionable at the moment. And I think I'm quite pleased with the way this turned out, so I'll just pop it on so you can see. Move my hair out the way. So the embroidery, I wanted it to come up onto the shoulder from sort of the middle back. And it looks kind of cool with this jumpsuit as well, for when it gets a bit cooler. Yeah, so I'm kind of pleased with that. It looks kind of pretty, and has made my denim jacket wearable again. So hot. I'm not complaining though. It's nice to have hot weather in the UK, but everyone's melting a bit. Right, doesn't help that I've got a temperature. And then the last thing, well, there's two more things to show you. I lied. This was another purchase. I bought friends of mine a book, which I was frightened it wouldn't come in time for her birthday, so I ordered another book as a backup. And then the original book arrived, so I thought I'd keep this one for me. And this is called Little Bags and Purses. It's from searchpress.com by Saskia Abel. And I mean, some of the projects in here are just beautiful. There's lots of little bits and pieces to make, and I got this with the idea of making little gifts in mind. There's iPad covers and cute little purses. I've not really made much in the way of bags lately, so I thought I'd have a go at that. There's cute pencil cases, and I just really like the styling and the designs. So I thought I would, yeah, have a go at this. I mean, there's different ways of closures. This is like an elasticated closure, which I thought was quite cool. And there's also notebooks that have been covered as well, with Russian dolls on. So yeah, That is £7.99 and I just bought that from Amazon. So I thought I'd have a little go at that because I have so many plans whizzing around my brain. I never get around to making them all, like most people I think. I've got a billion things that I want to do. So I think I will just show you the last thing, which is to do with work. So my manager wrote to Sea Salt, which is a company based in Cornwall that make clothes and sell fabric, and asked if they would like to donate some fabric to the neonatal unit. And they said yes, and they sent some lovely, lovely fabric for making sheets, and also I think I'm going to make some breastfeeding capes with these. So there's 4 lovely pieces of fabric here, and there's a good decent amount of each. I think there's a good 2.5–3 meters of each of these. So some of them are destined to be incubator cot sheets. Some of them, like this beautiful one, which I have to say is like, almost don't want to give it back. Yeah, that will become like a really nice breastfeeding cover, and I've been looking on Pinterest for making simple breastfeeding cover-ups with a piece of boning that sits in the front seam so that it actually stands away from your chest a little bit, so you can look down and see your baby feeding, and it has like a D-ring and a strap that goes around the neck. So I think the really beautiful fabric will be breastfeeding capes. And then there's this one which is almost like a chambray. It's really gorgeous. And I noticed online that Sea Salt has a sale on at the minute. But I can't justify it. I can't buy any more. I think my husband might leave me if I bought any more fabric. I'm going to have to move house just to put all the fabric in. So my next video is kind of an exciting one. It's a little bit different. I ventured out with the camera to the local charity shop because I want to show you guys how to use secondhand clothing as a fabric stock. So I kind of got the idea because I've been watching Elizabeth Makes, and she does this thing called crazy jams which she makes for her children. I thought that's a fabulous idea. It never really occurred to me that there's this whole amount of fabric that you can access for pennies really. So my next video will be taking you along to our local charity shop for a little rummage, and then I will show you what I've made with the bits and pieces that I pick up. So I hope you look forward to that one, and I will see you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000. I'm so excited. I'm going to do a little giveaway, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the button and subscribe, and press the thumbs up if you like my video. Bye, see you next time.